We're back
Woo!
with more Blades in the Dark.
Hi.
For more loan getting.
So far in Blades in the Dark, a game about criminals living in an underworld of a dark supernatural steampunk city, we have gotten a loan, and we are about to have a welcoming party.
But getting a little involved in murder.
No, it didn't involve murder. Murder.
But murder did occur.
Originally, there was no murder
Let's
involved.
get involved in murder.
There was some murder in the first.
Now we're about to have a cotillion.
Hated.
There was murder in the
More like-
first. And it ended up really being 2 murders.
Now, the other one was just a servant.
They don't count. They're lowborn.
Oh, they don't count when we kill them?
No.
Hamish and Edlin still had downtime action?
Yep.
Okay.
So for my third one, I am spending my coin, and I am going to start a new clock. I am going to make the Wakefield Ethereal Tempest configuration.
What's that?
What this... I forget what they called it, the supernatural ones. The supernatural, you know, the magic gadgets. It is a magic gadget that involves... I cannot call it... involves a Jacob's ladder that will call ghosts to it and trap them in it.
So, is it a device or a ritual?
It's actually, well, it's the science, it's the magic rituals, but I'm using science. So that's magic using science. Because I do not remember what page all this stuff is on, even though
It's on 222. Well, I mean, that's where rituals are, but...
It's not a ritual. I'm a crafter. It's actually
An invention.
arcane.
So you're making an invention.
Yeah, well, an arcane. No, it's not. It's arcane. It is. It is an invention, yes.
Yes, yeah.
But I can make, since I have strange methods,
Right.
so I am making that.
Okay. So that's going to be an 8-segment clock.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it's you said it's arcane and it's going to attract ghosts.
Yes.
What's the minimum quality level? Let's think about this. Let me look at my...
So glad we moved our headquarters.
Yeah. So I guess I got to figure out what the range would be of these, huh?
I don't know. So a spirit lamp is a 4, and it's an ectoplasmic lamp that, with a focus beam that can repel ghosts with a serious force. A ghost scourge is a 4, and it is a plasmically charged chain connected to a spirit bottle to entangle a spirit and draw it into the bottle.
So are we thinking several blocks away or across the district?
Across the district.
Or across the city?
Oh my god.
Maybe across the city if that's available, but the first one... No, the first one is going to be more local. Because I've got her head. She's around here somewhere.
See what happens when the your moth flame there attracts more moths than it can kill.
Oh, it doesn't kill them. It just attracts them.
Oh, I know.
No, it's fine, because my next actual special ability I'm buying is Ghost Ward. Which is, you know how to reckon an area with arcane substances and methods to either anathema or enticing to spirits. So, I'll be fine. My lab is going to be an anathema to ghosts. Anyone that comes in there, anyone that's at all connected to it are probably dead.
My milkshake brings all the spirits to the yard.
Exactly.
All right, so
So-
what rare, strange, or adverse aspect of this formula or design has kept it in obscurity out of common usage? Chris?
They didn't have his genius, obviously. Come on.
Obviously. That no one else has my genius at combining science to the arcane engineering.
Really? Because I was thinking it was people had invented it before, but then they realized it was a terrible idea because it attracted all the ghosts.
But that's because they didn't know how to bring the ghost back to life.
Those people couldn't
Have you
give
done
the
this
ghosts what they
successfully?
wanted. Well, no.
That doesn't matter.
But obviously it'll work. Come on.
So I think the right is exactly what you have said. It's
Although I'd like to-
dangerous, and it is kind of already almost a ghost scourge anyway.
I'd also like to remind everyone that Edlund has repeatedly shown no regard for his own life.
So,
Nope.
okay.
Yep, well aware of that.
I vote
And
Edlund
the
most
last-
likely to become a lich.
I second
So
that.
5,
vote.
you said?
Final.
Yeah, and then what drawbacks does this item have, if any? I'm actually
Hey,
going to say it's
hey.
conspicuous.
Can we
That
just
makes
get
sense, it's
ships to
huge.
the Dagger Isles here in a few weeks?
Well, and it's
Yeah.
also obvious when it's being used.
Yeah,
Because once
there's a
someone's got a
Jacob's
dead
ladder
god-
going on, and
Yeah.
But it's got this lovely house.
But just so the rest of the gang knows, it's +1 heat every time he uses it.
Oh, good.
Yay!
Oh. Ouch.
so do I roll on? I roll now, right?
You don't have to. Well, I mean, yeah, you'd roll to advance your clock, but
But that's what I'm actually doing now to start.
yeah, that's what you're doing.
So
Yep.
my tune is only a 1. So is this risky or controlled? It's always controlled.
You know, someone with gold should consider doing something to take our heat down.
It's controlled standard.
But I do get a +1 dice on it because I am
Special.
I
Correct.
have this strange device thing, whatever.
Because they
So
mocked you in
one-
public school. A 4?
It's 2, right?
I think a 4 is actually 2. It's 2.
So that started, but truthfully, I'll tell you right now, next adventure, he's gonna start bringing Stasia back to life.
Okay.
I don't have to call her head. I've got the body. I don't have to call her spirit. I've got her head. So I'm collecting the body parts I need, the proper body for her, then sewing the head back in.
You're bringing your enemy back to life.
She wasn't my enemy. I was her enemy. No, wait. She was never my enemy. She hated me, yes, but I never hated her. I don't understand what the problem here is. She despised me with every bone of her body. What is the problem with
Right,
bringing
and
her
now-
back to life?
Now,
And now she's in
by-
some freakish Frankenstein monster. That seems fine.
And by bringing her back to life, you prove that you were right all along, thus rubbing her face in it in the ultimate way.
Exactly.
Until Frankenstein chokes the life out of you.
She would
Right.
never do that.
This never goes wrong.
I don't understand what people's problems are with this. There is no downside.
Right. There are no downsides.
The dead should stay dead?
They don't
Hey,
state it already.
It's true.
Which is a problem.
Exactly.
Hamish?
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm beginning to I'm gonna get some of the people at the Ink Rakes who work at their publishing house to quit their jobs.
By shattering their legs.
So is that advancing your clock? Oh no, your clock's done.
Our clock's done.
Yeah, your clock's
Yeah.
done. Okay, so what's your intention?
Just to disrupt their business. To delay the timely publication and delivery of their paper.
Okay.
Like, they're gonna quit and they're gonna go work elsewhere, because that's what's best for them.
Okay. So long-term project?
Sure.
Thinking that's probably not that hard though. So 4? I mean, they're just ink rakes, and you're Hamish.
Megan,
So
to reconsider your life choices.
I'm gonna call this, what should I call this?
Sleeping with the enemy.
A
Change
thorough,
of,
a thorough convincing.
thorough convincing.
Reevaluate your vocation.
There we go. I like that one. Reevaluate your vocation. Okay. And I'm gonna, make my command roll on that. There,
Yeah. Do it. Make your command roll.
It's just getting increasingly dangerous to be a journalist in the city.
well, yeah, I know. What would you call that? Controlled, risky?
It's controlled standard. It's downtime, so they're all controlled standard.
Well, I'd be lying if I just said hadn't considered going up on some very tall rooftop and sniping them.
Bricks is gonna help me.
He's not
Subtle.
I'm not being
No,
subtle.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not being subtle. Here, like, we're doing things like, if I can, Mark, like, buying some of their debts up. Like, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And actually, I'll have Grace help me.
Okay. Yeah, no, she can tell you, where to lean on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's a bonus die.
I critted.
Oh. We just need to have Jim roll the dice today, apparently.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
So that's 3. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's 5.
So
yeah,
I
you're done.
overfinished it in like
You're
one
done.
go.
So, yeah.
You pushed one extra guy off the dock just to...
Yep.
The next day in the, whatever your paper is called,
the Duskfall Falcon.
the Duskfall Falcon, there is an article about how one of the other newspapers failed to go to press for some reason. And what's going on?
Can they be trusted?
Are there problems
they
with the
be
ink rig?
trusted?
Yeah.
Is there a strike on
Right.
the ink rigs? A labor dispute?
I don't know.
We don't know. We're just asking the questions.
Perhaps they're having financial issues.
Right.
So yeah, they miss, the paper the next day. They get it back on track
Right.
eventually, but yeah, they don't get the morning edition out, and that's,
Man, gosh.
That's unheard of in a paper. Come on.
Wow.
that's
That's just unprofessional.
it's super unprofessional.
It makes me really question any of their credibility.
It really does. You know what it says to me? It really says to me that they're now at war with you.
Why? I don't get it.
So I'll just go ahead and adjust that. And
So we're at war again, huh?
yep.
It's their favorite place, apparently.
Hooray!
But let me tell you, you did that exactly right. Always make your go to war action the last downtime action you make.
That's-
So that you
I have
get
a-
the full complement of downtime actions.
Just so you know, Mark, the other thing I'm doing for thanks, and because I'm courting her, I'm going to spend a whole coin to buy Grace a very nice gift and take her to dinner.
Okay. That would actually be a clock too, to woo her.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it as clock, but can I spend the coin?
No, save it. Save it.
Okay.
You'd have to spend the coin to take the action.
Yeah, you'd have to spend the coin to take the action because it
So
would
you
be a
want that
clock.
to be a clock? Woo Grace.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you can add the clock now. It just...
What? How many ticks?
8.
What?
You're not her type.
No, I'd probably totally
Take
believe
Victor.
that.
You're not. You're dirty and soiled, and oh.
No, Hamish is realistic about himself.
Right. That's actually her problem too. Is she's realistic about people. So
Right. Right. No. Right. We're gonna have to find a way to love each other through our flaws.
Right. Right.
That's gonna take some time.
Right.
I would, but you're a violent monster.
Right.
Listen, it's just like Padme. I mean, I need to be able to come to her and be like, I killed them, the women, the children. And she can just comfort me.
Right.
You got to work up to that.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, not in Star
Yeah,
Wars
yes,
movies.
you
You
do.
didn't. You just go right to it, and you're like, we're picking up now.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But no. Okay, so
we're at war with the Ink Rakes, so we
You're
should
at
do
war with
something
the
about
Ink
that immediately.
So,
you might want to.
Bond,
Yes, Edlund.
he messed up our first plan by just strangling somebody. Then he started a war
He sure
without
did.
even informing us.
Oh no, that's not fair. We said we were going to war with them.
No,
He just
No.
Yep.
Yes, we did.
No.
jumped the gun a bit.
you guys might have.
The
I've never
last 8
won-
things you guys did was
Right.
basically
No,
go to
I was
war.
starting a rivalry. I was hoping to do it that way to weaken them first.
I knew we were going to war with them.
I mean, I feel like starting a rival newspaper is kind of
An invitation.
Luckily, my plans to bring the dead back to life are almost done. So that'll solve it all.
Well, I will. I'll inform everyone of the housewarming because they're all invited. Of the my friends. So
Okay.
Edlund Hamish
so do you want to
and
do that
Timothy.
now?
I don't know if it's actually like it's not really an action.
Ooh.
per
No,
se.
no, right. That's what I'm saying. We could just do it.
And I probably
Now.
should do it before the Ink Rakes get a hold of any information. So since we're now at war,
Okay, so who are you inviting?
okay. So from our group, all the PCs
Right,
Uh,
right.
And Grace.
plus Grace plus Libertines.
Okay. But not the Baker Boys.
No, I hired a group specifically for this.
They're kind of upset.
Yeah, they're our boys.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're not the boys for high society. Sorry. Frankly, with you killing a man on my front step, you're lucky you got an invite. And I'll invite.
Well, that's very snobbish of you. This house has changed you.
And then over Valeris. And
I miss
Libertine
Saber.
Worked out. Shut up. I got enough of that in the other game.
We can get the Baker Boys to do the catering.
This house has changed you, Timothy. Changed you.
Yes, it has. How you do,
Not
you,
Timothy.
Timothy.
Oh, damn
Yep.
it.
Yep.
It's
Edlund
changed
too.
Timothy too. What?
It has.
And
Changed,
Edlund.
it's changed us
Oh,
all.
speaking of which, I need to talk to the Libertines about the Bokur that's coming and tell them all about the Agral spirituality and mysticism.
Yes.
Get them started up on that.
Yes.
Oh, you don't
Yes, they're-
understand. When you actually bring her in, Evan's already going to be there. We're going to have a deep
I'm gonna
conversation
show them,
about resurrecting the dead.
Edlund's
I'm going to get the Libertines involved in occultism.
That was already a plan. Tantric magic. It's gonna be crazy up in there.
Mm.
So they've already got a chosen religion?
Yeah, it's opium.
No, it's
Oh, this has nothing to do with religion. This is occultism.
no, right. I know.
It's actually the religion, because that's actually where we met them.
Yeah, no, they wanted to become hollow, if you'll
Yep.
recall.
Yep, that's how we met them.
That's right.
For
Yeah.
the church. So they're into that sort of thing. So Bakurs and that type of stuff. That's right up their alley.
We have turned them into the most horrible people.
No, we didn't. They started that way.
I mean,
No,
they didn't
no.
start out great, but
Nobody's
we-
innocent in Dust
we've-
Ball.
We've made them terrible people.
Yeah.
There are no innocents in Dusk Ball.
That is a truism.
That is
Um,
truism.
was there anyone else spawned?
Oh yeah,
Grace?
whoever the Libertines and Valeris decided
Okay. Okay.
would be good people in the area to invite.
Yeah, yeah. Are you gonna invite the maestro?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What about
I still think you should have the
LaRose
Baker
or any
Boys,
of those people?
I'll
do the
invite any
catering.
of them who it wouldn't like make a weird buzz for them to be here.
Okay. It probably would, honestly.
Okay. I don't want to like cause a scene in my first.
Yeah, I mean they're not.
I am inviting Finthal.
I mean they're street cops. They're not higher echelon. That could blend into society.
Okay.
Types.
You're inviting who?
I'm inviting Finthal.
Finthale?
Finthal.
Well, if everyone else is inviting someone, I'm inviting Brit. No, not really.
I mean, it's a +1. I mean, you could. I don't know.
I'm not going to do that.
And of course, you've got
Although-
Roth Conclave and is
Right.
is-
Obviously.
is
By not
Marianne.
inviting our boys, you have convinced me that the house is changing you. Changing you.
Right.
Vaughn.
I don't get that. Why is
It's the Baker
changing it?
boys.
So I don't invite him down to the lab either. Is my lab changing me?
Yeah, but they don't want to go in your lab. They like
Yeah.
going to parties.
Yes,
Right.
but my lab's a punishment.
I don't think they'd like this kind of party, but
Yeah, exactly.
be wrong.
It's not there.
We could hire them to cater it. They could make money.
They're gonna crash it later. They're like wedding crashers. They're just no.
I think Vaughn's
That would
house
be
has
winning
changed
support
you,
of-
Hamish.
Incorrect.
This house is tearing us apart.
All these water clocks. You can just see your life slipping by.
I just wanted to have nice things. I just
Okay.
wanted to have nice things.
So yeah, Vaughn throws a lovely little party,
Indeed.
I guess.
That's the idea.
I don't know how impressed people are.
Does Finthal show up? Finthal?
Why don't you go ahead and roll your house's tier again, I guess.
Okay.
Because if
We'll
he
see.
does, we're gonna have
Yeah.
a loud, long conversation with the Bokor about spirituality
Mm-hmm.
and bringing the dead back to life. Just
A
right
six.
there.
6. Boom.
Nice. Your collection of water clocks is impressive.
Oh, it is. And I can show off tricks with the Falcon that no one else can because I have a mind link to it.
Sure. Falcon tricks.
Look, only nobles can afford Falcons.
No, I mean that's true. It's just a
And-
weird
and
thing to
painting
do at a
jokes.
party. It seems more like
Oh,
a
it-
children's party
Oh,
entertainment.
no.
sort of-
It'd only be if it came up. But
Oh, it'll come up. So
Are you
have you met
stroking
my
your painting
Falcon?
Right. Bond is a gangster. He's gonna do something gangster at this party.
Yep. This is Alphonse, my fainting goat. I'm sorry, it was Arturo.
Arturo,
Arturo.
right? Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna do something gangster. I'm just waiting for it to happen.
So that goes pretty well. I mean, you rolled a 6, so people are not necessarily impressed because it's still only tier 2,
It is, yeah.
but it is a noble effort, and you have really pulled yourselves up by your bootstraps, and it's great. The only problem, of course, being that at some point during the party, Vestine throws a drink in someone's face.
Okay. Well, I am, near her most of the time, so.
She's, talking to another noble who lives in the neighborhood,
Okay.
and just apparently gets real upset. You weren't listening necessarily to their conversation, but then suddenly she throws a drink in her face, and there's a shocked, outrage, and
Is she throwing
Yeah.
a drink in his face or her face?
her face.
Her face, okay. I, turn around to see what the fuss is about.
She was disparaging our family name.
I look over at the offending lady.
Well, she's, of course, completely over the moon, I
What was
guess,
the family name?
of the Mictors.
Mictors. Her response is, "Have you met the Mictors?"
Right. Right. Have you
I mean-
met these people?
I was
I mean-
waiting for it.
honestly, I mean, that's pretty much what happened. Yes, the Mictors are not looked upon well. They've, just been wasting their father's fortune, just laying about in their house all day, giving all their money to the church, and hanging out with ne'er-do-wells, and there's weird comings and goings in their house, and yeah.
Actually, now they make us money, but
yeah,
I guess we can't really say that.
Right.
They don't cost us money.
They make us
Money.
money. Especially the little white one.
So this lady is decently connected.
Okay.
So that's actually going to cost you some rep.
Like gang rep?
Gang rep.
If we let it pass.
Correct. You got a forfeit
I
rep
am
equal to
not.
your tier +1, or you need to make an example of Vestine,
Yeah.
or you can face reprisals from the wronged party. Up to you.
Well, Vestine's not going to face anything.
No.
Hey, Hamish.
It's a lady with
Do
someone.
you now see why the Baker Boys weren't invited?
Yep. No, I'm totally reasonable. I'm not crazy. No, absolutely. They probably would have jumped on this woman who Vestine's going to drink in their face.
Yes.
Yes, she
Now
is
let me
with
talk to you
someone.
about raising the dead. The problem is,
Is it her husband or no?
Yes, it is her husband, and she also brought, or she's got like a manservant with her, and she knows everybody else, at the party.
Okay.
So that's really what the rep is just her talking shit about the Mictors for the rest of the evening.
Now, as far as I know, nobles duel, right?
They do.
That's their thing.
Yeah. Oh no, Roth would be happy to duel someone for you.
All right.
I mean, he
Well-
asked even before any of the guests arrived.
Anything happened.
Is there anyone you want me to duel?
There wasn't off the top of my head, but now there is. I took offense on Vestine's behalf, and as far as I know how these things work, demand satisfaction from her, paramour.
Okay. Yeah. You give the old signal, and
The old
Roth
signal
just
to
walks
Roth.
right up and takes off his gloves.
This
and-
guy.
This man.
Hey, wait. I look at you strangely. Like I'm just standing by you. I lean down and whisper in Vaughn's ear. So that kind of thing is okay?
Oh yeah, you just got to do it the right way.
As long as you slap them with a glove first.
Right.
That's
Is it okay if I put a brick in it?
No, because you got to actually kill them into combat. You can't pre-initiate.
Yeah.
There's
So-
rules.
Right.
Besides,
There-
you don't need a brick in there. As hard as you hit.
No, I
There-
do not.
You
there
got 2
are
bricks right here.
rules. Roth slaps him across the face, demands satisfaction. The other guy, defends his honor. They
Okay.
arrange to meet tomorrow morning to have their duel. They will, of course, need their seconds and all of that. So they don't actually, duel at the party or anything.
Right.
But
That'd be gauche.
right, that'd be gauche. But it's all set up for the next day.
Excellent. I'll make sure that Vestine's
I
okay.
asked the Bokor to go over there and perform last rites on the guy.
He does not take kindly to that. For some reason.
That's weird.
She's gonna tell him all about how he sees his death, or how she sees his death coming.
Yeah, I make sure Vestine's okay, and then
You're gonna die.
probably sit close to her after that, just to make sure
Yeah.
nothing else occurs.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Vestine's our girl, yo.
Keep her on my arm.
with all this tension in there, and he's just kind of watching everything. Then he catches sight of himself in the mirror, and he starts walking towards it. No, my
And that'll
lord, I
distract
haven't
people.
forgot this.
And then I'll distract
It
people
will
with
be done
drinks.
soon.
And then I'll
Um,
distract people with drinks.
Yeah, that part of the party gets real quiet. all of a sudden.
I look at Timothy.
Jim,
Yes.
Can you
Jim, you froze.
distract the situation, please?
He is frozen. He froze earlier too.
Yeah, he did.
It was
He
weird.
just
Oh.
stared weirdly and creepily into the camera.
Perhaps you can tell a
Yeah.
tale from the Dagger Isles.
Oh, of course.
Whoa, he's gone. So the
Dang it.
and Shane is gone.
My Skype just minimized. 1 second.
Yeah.
We lost both of them.
So the noble dueling
Okay.
Roth is named Arton Savoy.
Martin Savoy.
Well, he's really gone.
Is he any good at dueling?
He has training.
I'm not fixing the cameras.
Martin Savoy.
Now, yeah, just fuck it.
I'm
be
fine.
back.
So that's cool.
So yeah, he's dueling. He has dueling training. He is a noble. Now he's nowhere near Roth's
I hired Roast
capabilities.
because he does this.
Right.
Yeah, I understand.
This is pretty much your use of Roth would be
Yes.
this duel.
Yes.
And Roth will ask you. So, want me to kill him?
Yes.
He just gives you a slight nod and returns to his drink and his entertaining.
Oop, I'll be right back.
Are you sure that is the right option? Or are
Insulted
you
this-
just...
Yes.
Yes.
Insulted Vestine's family.
I get that.
If we weren't in that situation, I would have shot her in the face.
Yes, but we're not in that situation. We're in the noble situation.
You know
You're
what's
going to cause a serious result and enemy with somebody in the society you're trying to be in.
I'm really sad that Jim is missing this part too, because he swore at the beginning that you would do something gangster.
Oh, why must you be reasonable, Edlund?
And he's missing it.
I'm always reasonable. Shh, my lord, I'm getting to it.
Yeah.
Could you quit speaking to your lord here?
Judgment.
What?
What?
Did you hear something?
Yes? So, it got quiet and all the cameras are fucked
Look,
up.
I'm not worried about the another noble.
Are you sure?
Any idiot who says that sort of thing. They know we're allies, or they should.
Yes, and that's why in noble society, it is to the blood normally. You make a point by going to the blood that your power is there. We're already drawn into one war. Do we need another?
It seems like it makes the same point if they're dead.
No, it doesn't.
What did I miss?
It really doesn't.
We're arguing over whether the duelist should kill him or not.
Gamart, I am not vicious or cold yet.
Mhm.
I am just obsessed and unstable.
I'm
Mhm.
thinking if that guy dies, then the lady that he is the paramour of is probably going to join forces with the Ink Rakes.
Oh, you two.
It's just my opinion, but don't get me wrong. He should probably be humiliated and drugged through the street, but
How are the duels done here? Are they like pistol at dawn type thing? Or
Yeah, I mean, it's usually to first blood,
okay.
and they usually swords. It's not quite to the pistol era yet, as far as duels go. I mean, obviously pistols exist, but but yeah, I mean, they do them in the morning, you know, so that the cops don't show up. It's illegal to duel, but not really.
Technically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, I call Rose back over.
Everybody who could possibly duel can still do it. It's just
Okay.
illegal.
How about a nice maiming?
That's what I'm going with now.
Okay, so yeah, Roth comes back.
Roth.
It would probably be best if he simply suffered some sort of permanent disfigurement, along with a healthy dose of humiliation.
I smile a little bit.
It's pretty humiliating to die.
But it's not lasting. I mean, the death obviously is, but
Not really.
having something they could look at is better in
Remove,
this instance.
remove his sword hand. I could use one of those.
Very well.
That's sufficient.
Okay.
Lost at the internet, but he's posting on Skype.
Probably from his phone.
He has a
It's like magic.
No, that's true. Phones don't care.
Phones don't care.
They're like Honey Badger. They don't give a shit.
He can jump back in on his phone. We don't mind.
Okay.
I can be his second too. Like I don't know how that like they normally appoint them, but
No, I mean, he's got one of his dueling.
he's got his people.
Yeah, he's got his people.
Okay.
He's got
You know,
people.
They'll make sure that he's got his people to overlook the poison on his blade and that sort of thing. I mean,
Right.
He doesn't really care about laws and
I didn't
rules.
suspect he did.
Right. So okay, yeah, he'll maim him. That's fine with him. He actually sort of prefers the humiliation.
I thought he might. I hired a man that I can appreciate.
Right. Okay. So yeah, your party goes.
I
well.
make sure I rolled a 6, so
Yeah.
it can't go better unless I critted.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say people are impressed because it's still just tier 2.
It is, yeah.
But I mean, it went over well. There was a slight hitch, but
Okay.
guys dealt with it and all of that. So, since we lost Jim, I'll just go ahead and wrap up. I think probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Experience?
Yeah.
There he
So
is.
we'll do the
There we go.
XP.
There we are.
We got Jim back.
Is that
Did
your...
you do something? Did you do something gangster, Vaughn?
Yep.
What did he
Oh.
do?
I was going to, but they taught me out of it.
What? No, I talked him back into it.
No, he arranged to have Roth kill the guy in a duel.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But now they've decided to just maim him instead.
That all seems way too Stringer Bell to me. As Avon.
Right. Right. So yeah,
Execute him.
That's what I was gonna do, but they had to use like reasoning.
I wish I had.
so yeah, we're just gonna do XP and then we'll wrap it up.
And honestly, if the duel was happening the same day, I would have just had him kill him.
Yeah, if it happened right then, yeah,
Right.
we would've.
But if they had they had time to work on me over the.
Right.
Just not vicious enough.
We were just afraid that by killing this guy, his paramour, the lady that insulted, what's her face, might join the Inkrakes in war
Vestine.
against us.
Her name is Vestine.
Vestine.
It's a great name.
I'm trying to impress her every chance I get now.
We have to make sure this war with the Inkrakes doesn't go on long. By that, I mean, let's kill them all.
That
Right.
would solve it.
So yeah, Edlin, you want to start?
Okay.
It might cause
Address
more
a
issues.
challenge with technical skills or mayhem. I destroyed some wills.
Yeah.
I think that's the one though.
Well, I did destroy your clock to try to cause mayhem, to cause distraction.
You actually failed to destroy my clock, but yes.
No, I did it. I failed to
Yes, sir.
distract.
Right.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Well, he just did it in the other room.
Well played.
So I don't actually mind taking one there.
Okay.
What do you get? Okay. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I always go on about those.
Either technical skills or wrecking.
Right.
2, 3.
So,
And struggled with issues of your vice and trauma. I'm also taking that twice.
For why?
Well, once again, I go on to long speeches about my obsessions of bringing the dead back to life. At parties. I just struggle with issues.
Okay.
And with the Dwemer sisters and passers-bys and the kids on the streets. And various
I don't think the
members
Dwemer sisters counts really. That wasn't a struggle, but
it
yeah.
could have been, because they might really disagree with what I was saying, which they kind of did, but they could actually use that against me.
They're like, oh yeah, keep talking.
So I'm going to take 5.
This is gold.
Which?
Okay.
That's a lot.
Which gives me my playbook advancement. And I am taking Ghost Ward.
Okay. Timothy?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Address challenge with deception or an influence. I did a lot of that. Now, keep in mind, we only, applied for a loan and that kind of thing. But most of the first half was me doing that.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
true.
So I'm going to take that one twice.
Definitely.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
You went to the
I think I did that one with the Bokor, yeah.
Yeah.
And then struggle with my vice, or traumas. I don't really think that one applies this time. So I'm going to take a total of 3.
Okay.
I'm going to put 2 into resolve and use that to open up a tune.
Okay.
And then 1 into my playbook advancement.
Cool. Hamish?
I addressed the challenge with violence or coercion. Yeah. I'm gonna take that once for the ink rakes.
Okay.
I don't believe the banker was a challenge. That was more struggle with my vice.
Yeah.
I would
That
agree
was
with
stressful.
That's strictly the trauma.
That was not. That wasn't even a challenge addressed.
Right.
No, that created a challenge.
Yes. Express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think so.
Yeah.
But really only around Vaughn's house and
Pretty much.
all of that. So I'm gonna take that once.
Okay.
Then struggle with issues from my vice or traumas during session. I'm gonna take that twice.
See, the one's in my living room.
The one's in your living room. And I'm trying to turn my vice into ritual awfulness. So I don't know that that's going to go great, but
All right.
we shall see. And I'm going to put 2 of those into, well, 1 of those into resolve and take a tune.
Everybody's
And-
getting attuned.
And then I'm going to put
Oh, I'm never getting into.
2, 3 into my playbook.
All right.
I want nothing to do with those ghosts.
All right.
Vaughn.
Okay.
See, I'm just afraid that the ghosts are going to want something to do with you. So
I have anti-ghost bullets.
okay.
So my dealing with ghosts will be shooting them. I just a challenge with tracking or violence. I'm gonna say I don't know if it was a challenge. I addressed the situation in my house with violence by having Roth kill this man.
Well, even dueling him is violent.
But that's the only thing. That's the only real one. So 1 point.
Okay.
I wanted you to do it yourself with a pistol duel.
My first instinct was actually to shoot the lady in the face.
You should have done.
Who made the offensive comment.
You could have done.
But he's desperately trying to fit into high society, so he did not do that.
Right.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage as your background. That was my whole session.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, right?
That was my whole session. Was trying to get out of the slum. You struggle with the issues from your vice or traumas during the session. I waffled on killing him or not with Roth. Roth's my weapon, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because of the vicious. So at most a point out of that. So,
I don't know. Chris did break one of your water clocks.
He did, but I did not actually shoot him like I threatened to.
Right.
So I'll put 3 of that in resolve to get a point. And that gives me 1 point.
Okay.
So I'll take another point in consort because I have been doing that a whole lot lately.
Yeah. Then we come to the gang.
The gang.
All right, great reveals. Execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation. It depends on what you consider getting a loan we never should have been able to get from the bank. And we lied about it, basically. So
I don't think it's
kind of a theft.
I don't think it's any of those 3 things. Well, I mean, yeah, it could be theft. But the other one I was thinking of, sabotage.
We
Hamish,
definitely sabotaged the
shut
card.
down the ink rigs.
And yeah, that's
The
true.
bank thing is more fraud than it is
Theft.
anything
theft
else.
Kind of fraud. Yeah.
I
All right.
mean,
So 1 point.
I mean, it's illegal. Don't get me wrong, but
Right.
I don't think it's our specialty.
Contend with challenges above our current station. We definitely did that.
Yep.
What rank are the ink rigs?
There's 2, I think.
So technically we contended with 2 guys above our station.
Edlund sabotaged the wagon.
He did, but it wasn't an operation for
Yeah, the
sabotage.
operation wasn't.
Okay.
So does that count for 2? Since we went against 2 guys above our tier?
It's up to you.
Sure.
Bolster your cruiser reputation or develop a new one. I think we've definitely started developing a new one. We have a paper all this now. Like we have legitimate businesses.
You've got cover operation.
And honestly, now that we've got a paper, our reputation could be whatever we want it to be.
So I'm gonna give us a point for that because.
Do you want to give yourselves a new reputation? Also,
We're legitimate businessmen.
I like legitimate businessmen.
We're incorrect. No?
Yeah,
Okay.
legitimate businessmen's good.
All right.
okay.
Keep the heat off us. Express the goals, inner drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I think we do that
Oh yeah.
basically every session.
Yeah, you guys normally don't have a problem with that one.
We deserve 1 or 2 for that. It's really
Again, it's up to
I know.
you.
I know it's up to us. That's why I'm asking the other people.
I
Yeah.
say 2 on that one.
Yeah.
We're all about it.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Did we get revenge on anybody? We did actually. We did strike back at the ink rigs.
Oh no.
It's true.
So that's another point. That actually gives me a point too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it does. Nice.
Okay. So yeah, cool. We're only 2 points away.
You almost filled the gangs again.
Well, we did things with stuff.
That's right. All right,
So-
cool. Well, that was an exciting session of underworld gangsters getting bank loans and throwing
During
a
a
lovely
house
soiree.
And getting into a literary war with another
With another newspaper.
Right. Super
This is-
criminal underworld stuff.
This was a really weird session.
Duskfall has entered the era of fake news.
Yep.
Yellow journalism.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, it probably was already that somewhat, but not to
Cool.
the level we're doing it.
All right. Bye.
Ah.
Bye.
Bye.